Hey guys, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. If you want to see how I created this beautiful bronzy kind of smoky eye, then keep on watching because it's a super in-depth tutorial and I'm going to be doing so many more of these. Please make sure to like and subscribe and leave me a lovely little comment and I will get back to you. But for now, into the video. So I've just primed my eyes with the P. Louise base in shade 4 and now I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow. I'm using the Morphe Madison Channel Surfing palette, and I'm first going to go in with this really nice terracotta bronzy shade as the transition. What I'm doing is I'm just using the transition shade to show me what and where I want the shape of the final eyeshadow look to be, and it just makes it so much easier once you've got that down, and it just helps with the blend and all that. So notice how I hold my brush right at the end here versus all the way up here. If I'm holding it here, I'm not really getting, I'm getting precision, but there's no blend. It's just gonna make it very, very difficult to blend. So by holding it out here, it makes it a lot easier to blend out. And I'm barely touching my skin. I'm really just letting the brush do all the work here and just moving it back and forth and in little circular motions. So now that I'm done with the transition shade, I've brought it all the way up to my eyebrows, but very, very lightly, and winged it out and blended it into my bronzer. That just helps like lift the face and snatch it really nicely. I'm now going to go in with a dark shade. The question is which shade? I'm going to take this shade, very nice dark deep brown, just tap off the excess, and on a really tiny brush to get it right in the crease and exactly where we want it. This step is really about trusting the process. I'm just placing it in my crease and in the outer corner. I'm not going to blend it as I place it, otherwise it can get very messy. It's going to go places we don't want it to go. So we just place it nice and precisely in the crease. What I like to do next is just sort of diffuse those edges. I'm not blending it up or down. I'm not moving my brush anywhere. I'm literally just going along the line that we made where we placed it and just softening it. This is really going to help when you want to blend those shadows out. Now all I'm doing is taking a clean, dense brush. I'm just going to go along that line again, and now I'm going to start to bring it up into that transition shade. So again, I'm just using really light pressure and letting the brush do all the work here, and just starting to move that deeper brown up into that transition shade. Just moving the brush back and forth and letting it do all the work for me. With that transition shade that we used earlier, I'm just keeping my brush in the middle of that dark shade and the transition shade just to help blend it out and give it some depth. So now that we've done that, I like to take a clean fluffy brush and just use feather light movements and buff out those edges just to make everything super seamless. Now comes my favorite part, the shimmer. This shade here, this like rose gold bronzy shade, is really speaking to me. I find that using a sort of dense fluffy brush to apply shimmer works so much better than using a typical packer brush, like those really fine thin ones. I just find that the brush does all the work for you, and it just helps to disperse it and blend it perfectly without even doing any work, and it's minimal effort. Now that we've got that shimmer paste, I'm just going to take the same brush that we used for the transition shade and just blend out that shimmer at the top. So there are no harsh lines, and it just finishes off the look perfectly. Then the last step is just take the same dark matte shade that we used and just start blending it into the shimmer, placing it in the outer corner there. For this, I'm just using light tapping motions. I'm just sort of tapping it in and bringing it out of it to finish off that blend. Then I just want to blend out that dark shade one last time to really create that beautiful wing. Okay guys, lashes are on. How beautiful are these lashes? They are the Ardell 422 Naked Lashes. They are so perfect for this look, even a colorful look. I use them in every single look. I just love them. Now we're gonna go in and do the lower lash line. So we're just gonna take that same dark shade that we used to define the crease on a tiny little brush and just really lightly connect it to the wing that we created. And then lastly, finish off with lower lash mascara. I'm gonna use the Essence Lash Princess mascara. I just recently got it and it is actually one of the nicest mascaras, just saying. Like, sorry, look at my bottom lashes. I have no bottom lashes. So I just done my lipstick. I used the Essence Wet Look lip gloss in Think Pink, MAC Roll Lip Liner, and the lipstick in the shade Honey Love. My favorite lip combination ever, and I love a glossy lip. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my first ever YouTube video. If you liked it, please let me know by liking this video. Please subscribe to follow me on my journey and see all the other fun looks that I create and get up to and all the tutorials that I'm gonna do for you guys. And leave me a lovely little comment so I can see what you think of this video. Bye guys!